Hi, this is Nick in 3WG. I'm going to give a quick demo of a little project I've been working on. I got an email a month or two ago from M1JDK Mark in the UK, and what he was asking for was the ability to control his radio through SMS text messages. And I thought that was a pretty cool idea, so I figured I would see what I could do to make it happen. So here I have a KX3, and plugged into the accessory port I have the serial adapter. In this case I'm using the KX-SER cable, just because I don't have the KX USB cable handy. And that is plugged into this host adapter cable, if we can get the camera to focus on that, which is plugged into my phone, which is a Galaxy S4. And right here in the middle of the screen we have this app called SMS2Serial. What this does is it monitors all incoming text messages. It looks for a trigger, and if the trigger is found, then everything after the trigger is sent out the serial port. So let's take a look at what we have here. We have three different pages up top. We have macros, settings, and logs. In macros, what you can do is you can say that if the trigger is found in an incoming text message, evaluate the body of that message, and if it matches this macro, then send this command. So in this first one here, I have the macro up, which would send the command up 4, and what it's going to do is whenever it receives that text message, it's going to open the serial port. This is a USB to serial adapter here. It's going to open the serial port and send this string to the radio. So I have these various macros configured here. And let's just give a quick demo to begin with. I'm going to do, I'm going to send the macro BUP, and I'm just going to send it to myself from this phone. But imagine this could be another phone, sending text messages to this phone. So let me cover up my phone number up here. Alright, so I'm going to send myself, actually it's right there, I'm going to send myself this message right here. S2S colon BUP. S2S colon is the trigger, and then BUP is the macro. Paste that in there and hit send. So you saw the radio went up in band, and the message came in there. So now let's do band down. That would be BDN, just based on the macro I've configured. BDN, send. It'll come in. Radio went down. Text message is there. Me sending and me receiving. All right, so let's look at what else is in the app that you can do in settings. Alright, so we have serial baud here, several different options, from 4800 to 57K. You can enable and disable it. When it's enabled, up top you'll see a little notification icon there. That's the same icon as the app to let you know that it's enabled. There's two different triggers. There's a trigger, regular trigger, this is ASCII trigger, and a hex trigger. And what the hex trigger does is, if the hex trigger is found, it takes the resulting string and converts it to hex data, basically, and sends that out the serial port. So if you were wanting to talk to an ICOM radio with the CI5 protocol, you could send hex out of this as well. We have macro only mode here, that's enabled. If you disable this, whenever a text message is received, excuse me, whenever a text message is received, it if no macro is found, it'll send it raw. So it'll just take whatever is received and send it out the serial port. So you can send whatever you want. And if it's the hex trigger, then it would convert what it received to hex before sending it out. We have another option here, from checking. Focus. All right, from checking. What that does is it evaluates the source phone number of the text message, and if there's a match, it will only send it out the serial port if they match. So you can put some security on it to ensure that someone else doesn't send you a text message and control whatever happens to be plugged into the serial port. So that's all the features that are in there now, and then here's the logs that'll just show you everything that's going on for debugging macros and whatnot. And that's that. So this is SMS2Serial is the name of the app. I haven't published it yet. Mark and I are still testing and debugging, and he's sending me feature ideas. So this should be in the Android App Store pretty soon. And there's 30 macros there in total. So yeah, send me any questions you have. If you have a suggestion, you can send it to n3wg@pignology.net, and I'll see what I can do to get it in there. Thanks.